Back to Brooksy, who joins Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus as the only players to win the PGA Championship at least 3 times since stroke play began in 1958. He's also the 5th player to win 3+ PGA Championships, along with multiple U.S. Opens. Koepka has now converted 4 of his 5 previous 54-hole leads into victories. That lone miss coming at last month's Masters, but now that is a distant memory now that he adds his 3rd PGA Championship. With more, we say hello to Mark Zecchino.
All right, thank you very much. Alongside Graham Dillette, Bob Weeks. 5 majors, you just said it. And if there was questions about Koepka when we left the Augusta about his closing ability, they were certainly answered today, Graham.
Yeah, no question. I mean, out to such a good start. He had that swagger about him right out of the gates. 3 quick birdies, and it looked like he was maybe even going to run away with this thing. Made those couple bogeys there back-to-back. Kind of came back to the field, but every time he needed to make a putt on 12, 13, 14, just to separate himself enough. And I mean, he shows why. That's his 5th major now, and there's probably more to come.
I mean, he looked so calm and cool. Looked like he was out playing Saturday afternoon golf with his buddies or something out there. He really never seemed to get frazzled. And as Graham says, now 5 major championships. That puts him at the same level as Seve Ballesteros. I mean, that's 1 more than Ernie Els and Rory McIlroy. And we have to start talking about this guy as a major threat. I mean, it doesn't matter where he plays golf. It doesn't matter that he's on LIV. He is a major, major golfer.
Victor Hovland, he answered a lot of questions today, has been taking a lot of hits over his young career about his putting. He answered the critics, but it was interesting today, Graham. The same bunker on 16 that got Corey Connors yesterday got Victor Hovland today.
Yeah, and really, Victor did everything he needed to do today as well. Just was always kind of hanging in there. Jim Nantz had mentioned he was just kind of drafting him all day and was right in the mix. And, like, I mean, what are the chances? The exact same thing that happened to Corey on the 16th, and now, you know, deflated him, and that was basically the end of the golf tournament.
And I think if you look at Corey Connors and you look at what he was doing out there, a disappointing day. I think you have to look at where he was. He said after the round that he was just on the edge, just really not that far off from where he played on Saturday. It just wasn't enough fairways. It wasn't enough greens that we saw in the first 3 days, and the putter still wasn't working. It was a tough day for him. Yeah,
we talked about it coming in. It's like the importance of fairways out here. You have to do that to give yourself chances. He wasn't able to do that. And look, when it comes down to it, will this be his best chance at a major? I mean, he's an amazing player. He's one of the elite players on the PGA Tour, but these chances don't come around very often. And you look at the leaderboard, and almost everybody under par on that top page except for Corey. So disappointing day, no question.
It's a tough Sunday, but hopefully more tools in the tool chest as he moves forward this season. All right, you're going to hear a lot of awards, a lot of wins and losses being handed out this week. I'm going to start with the first smiley face and gold star. I'm giving it to Oak Hill Country Club. Wow, what a debut after the renovation this week.
Unbelievable. From start to finish, when we got here on Monday, you could just tell how tough of a test it was going to be, especially with some bad weather. The rain kind of soaking it up, making that rough even thicker. But then today, I think the PGA did a great job setting this golf course up for some birdies, especially early in the round. Some backstop behind some of those holes if guys wanted to take it on. We saw a lot of birdies early, and then that little stretch on the back 9 where guys can make them, and then holding on 16, 17, 18 with some great scores today.
And you look at what they did to get this tournament here. Don't forget, this was awarded in August, but they did also a major, major redo of this golf course to make it playable, and I think they did it very, very well. But you look at where this, getting back to the dates, you look at they started this week, we were all wearing toques, and on Saturday we were just about to get drowned out here and stuff. And then on Sunday, it's beautiful, beautiful day out here. So this golf course can handle just about anything, even the top guys in the golf world.
Well, Brooks Koepka is your champion, and it's debatable whether he's a polarizing figure in the game of golf. But what is not debatable is when we get to LA Country Club in just about a month's time for the U.S. Open, Brooks Koepka is going to be one of the favorites.